Hey guys, in this video I want to talk about the 3 main misconceptions people have when it comes to scaling. So a lot of people, they misunderstand scaling, right? So for example, someone runs like advertising for a specific product and they do, let's say, like $300, $500 a day with the product. So then they want to try to scale it. And most of the times this scaling is not successful. Most of the times, like people just try to scale the product like too fast. They increase the budgets like too drastically, right? And basically their results collapse and they're not able to scale. So the first thing is basically not trying to scale too quickly, right? So for example, if you only had, let's say, like 2-3 sales on the product, it doesn't mean that the product has been validated. For example, in our business, we don't consider the product validated until it gets, at least like 100 sales, like 200 sales. That's, like a good indication of the validation. Until that point, even if it's profitable, we're slowly increasing the budgets, we're slowly increasing, the spend, so it does not collapse when we are, when we are scaling up. And then as Pixel matures, obviously it's easier and easier to scale up, but that has to be done gradually. A lot of people just want to do it like instantly, too fast. They get excited, and that's one of the biggest mistake that people do. The second biggest mistake, guys, that people do when they're scaling is they do not have the proper infrastructure for the scaling. So what I mean by that is, for example, you're running like advertising, and let's say you scale something like to $10,000 a day. That doesn't mean anything, right? If, for example, let's say you have like one ad account, you have one page with feedback score, right? If by the way, guys, if you don't know how to create a page without feedback score, then you should reach out to our team. There should be a link below, and inside of our program we show you guys how to create pages with no feedback, but that's only for people who already do volume. This is not for people who are just starting out. So if you already do like $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a day, then you just reach out below. There should be a link. Reach out to our team and we'll help you out. So basically having like no pages, right? Having pages with feedback score, right? And not having the backup pages, right? So for example, in our business, we have so many backups for the business managers. We have so many backups for the ad accounts. So in case something happens, right? Like with a profitable product, profitable offer, then we're able to replicate it literally like within a few hours, right? We are back in business within a few hours, sometimes even faster. And that's basically allows us to maintain the level. Like for example, right now our business does, with all of our stores during Q4, we're doing like $300,000 to $500,000 a day in sales. And we are able to do that and maintain that because, some people like do it like once, right? But it's not fucking result. It doesn't matter if you do it once. It matters if you're able to do it consistently. If you're able to replicate it on a consistent basis, that's what matters. And I've made this mistake like a lot of times when trying to just like scale something very fast, and we didn't have the immersion process at that point. Like for example, one of the mistakes that I have made personally, that was one of our first stores, and we started to scale up very quickly. Like within like a week, we went from zero on a pretty fresh like Stripe account. We went from zero to like $20,000 a day in sales, and then we were like 20, 25, 30,000. So and then another problem was that we had a business registered in I guess it was Singapore at that point. So Singapore, the problem with Singapore is that they have this 7-day payout with Stripe. I don't know how is it now. We don't process through Singapore anymore, but at that point it was 7 days. So we had like $20,000-$30,000 a day processing there. And so basically inside of that Stripe, before it like started to pay out, it was like $200,000 or $250,000. It was like pretty decent amount. And then Stripe gets shut down, right? And we had that money locked down for, I don't remember, like 90 or 100 days. I think it's 180 days, right? Which is crazy because that cash flow, you're just losing the cash flow. You have to pay your suppliers. It's good that we have like almost always like we have very good like profit margins, so it didn't like impact us a lot even at that point. Now it would be like even less impactful, but there was a big lesson, right? Right now we have different merchant accounts, different setup options. Again, something happens with the infrastructure, something happens with the ad account, something happens with the business manager, something happens with a merchant account. We're able to replicate it, and we are able to replace that literally within a few hours, or at max like 24 or 48 hours. That's it. And so that's the second biggest mistake, guys, that we have made. The third biggest mistake that I see like entrepreneurs are making in regards to scaling is that they try to scale this model, like dropshipping model, that is not scalable. Which what I mean by that is very long shipping times, very bad customer experience, and that model is simply not scalable, right? So basically they have like long shipping times. If your shipping is like 3-4 weeks or 6 weeks or 8 weeks, I mean, your business constantly will be fucked, right? Like it's not even a question. Your business constantly will be getting fucked, because like you cannot scale business that is not scalable, right? You cannot scale the business that is basically providing bad customer experience, right? And those businesses are simply not scalable. So the solution is to build the brand, right? And a lot of people, I'll create a separate video about this, but a lot of people misunderstand how to create, like they think the brand is some kind of like magic thing. But brand, at the end of the day, this is like if you just simplify it, right? What the brand is your product, right? At the beginning, like there is no like brand identity, there is no like brand equity, there is no like kind of like huge big following or big audience. At the beginning, brand is your product and your customer experience. If your customer experience is shit, then it makes no brand, right? It cannot be brand. Like even if your website is perfect, like a lot of people promoting this like branded dropshipping. I mean, what's the fucking point of branded dropshipping if your customer experience is like bad? Like what's the point? It doesn't make any sense, right? Because you can make the most beautiful website, people will trust it, people will buy it, but then if you will not provide good customer experience, if product is poor quality, if shipping takes a lot of time, if your customer support is shit, then it will not matter. It's not, brand is not this like beautiful like templated website, like or like some specific team. Brand is a perception. First, I mean, perception matters, of course, just to sell the product, but then you have to actually deliver, right? So this is where a lot of people getting burned. This is the mistake that we have made as well. This is the misconception that I have had, and this cost us a lot. It cost us many like merchant accounts. It cost us, some bad reviews about some of our stores. And we've learned that lesson. Now, if you will search for one of our stores, if you are diligent enough to find one of our stores, then you will not find a bad review, right? You will not find a bad review. And that's the reason is because, for example, we have issues with some customers. We find a way to deal with them. We give them like partial refund. We give them replacements. We give them refund. We find a way to deal with customers, right? And at the end of the day, that makes a good customer experience, and that makes a scalable brand, right? So brand, again, by itself, guys, this is one of the things. If you just apply this one thing, if you just think constantly how you can improve the experience for your customer, so customer is not only buying from you once, but is more likely to buy from you more than once, right? And it doesn't come just like to brand beautiful like website with a beautiful team. It just comes down to the to the experience that you provide. So these are the three main misconceptions people have when it comes to scaling. These are the misconceptions that I've learned from my mistakes. Yes, we fucked up a lot, but now our business is on a track where it's like we don't have these issues. Our business is actually scalable, and our business right now at this point is actually sellable. So right now we are working on the exit part of our business, and that's it, guys. This is what I wanted to share with you. I know this is not like regular one of my videos. If you guys, again, if you're looking for help scaling your e-commerce business, so basically we have our program, E-commerce Scaling Secrets. So the program, the way it works, like we provide you with, all of the resources and the training, and we have a fully updated training for our students, like totally brand new, like 2020 just released right now, the newest Facebook ads training. But also we will be structuring deals with our students where, if you are in the program, we might buy your store, or we might like partner up with you, and so we'll be investing, you know, cash and resources and our team efforts into growing your business. So that's basically how it's structured, guys. If you're looking for that, again, it's not for people who are just starting out. It's for people who already do some good numbers, like $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 a day, and want to just take it to the next level. So if you're there, guys, there should be a link below in the description. And remember these 3 lessons about scaling, guys. Scaling is not some fucking magic. It's just applying a lot of like common sense, as I showed you guys. It's a lot of common sense, right? But common sense is not common practice, right? And a lot of people just, you know, they get excited, they get too excited, they want to just, and then what happens, like, they start making money, they want to take money out of business to, you know, to spend on their own like lifestyle. And that's where it gets fucked up, right? Because if you want to grow the business, if you want to grow the brand, then it requires like constant reinvestment of time and resources and money in order for you to create great customer experience. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you can just like this video and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos in the future. Thank you.